Alrighty guys, you can see our bench here is pretty freaking full at this point in time, which is cool. All these parts are either going to go on the bike or they're going to be set up as spares. It's nice to have spares when you're doing things. So what I'm going to try to do, start at the left side of the table, work my way over to the right side of the table, and I'll pick up things as we go. A lot of this stuff came from Taco Moto Co. Let me just see if I can find something. Okay, Taco Moto Co. Here's a little something that they sent us. They come with these wonderful Dad's root beers. The only thing I could ask for is they send more per box. They only send 2 per box. So yeah, I wish you guys would send more. Other than that, love you guys at Taco Moto Co. Thank you for most of this stuff on the table. Not all of it, but most of it, and we're gonna get into that right now. So first things first, we got this guy right here. This is a brand new Graves pipe, and it's carbon fiber with titanium. Super solid setup, looks super dope. I know it's not opened yet. I don't really want to open it because I'm probably gonna scratch it and get it all dirty, but brand new Graves exhaust. So I'm gonna set that under there. Right here, need to grab this. Right here is our Recluse clutch dampeners. These are little rubber pieces that go inside your clutch. When you order the Recluse, any Recluse, they do not come with it. You need to buy them separately if you plan to own them. So anyhow, right here, we have a brand new, in the box, Recluse. This is the CX model, so I'll just take it out and show you guys the cover. Super nice, super sexy. So this is their entire kit, minus those dampers. Again, you have to purchase these guys separately. So what I'm gonna do is just put them in the box now, because when we go to do our clutch, we will use those, because we're not gonna replace, or we're not gonna use the stock OEM ones. We're gonna use the nice Recluse ones. So, and even if you guys are not upgrading to Recluse clutch, you can still use those Recluse rubbers. They are a patented technology, and they are super nice and very trick. Next order of business, you guys have probably already guessed this, but since we did a pipe, we need to do something with our ECU. Taco Moto Co. Get ECU, probably the best out there. I don't know if there is a better one out there. If there is, you can comment down below and tell me what you think. Personally, after all the research that I've done, after all the buddies that I've talked to, after all the guys who I've discussed this with, this seems to be the way to go. So this is the brand new model. This is the, I don't know if it says on here. Oh, this is the SX1, which is the brand new one that just came out. So this is literally as new as it gets. This is the Get ECU. This is all it is. You got to get it from Taco Moto Co. if you want the Taco Moto maps. That's really important. So we did order it from Taco Moto Co. so we could get the Taco Moto maps. This guy in the box looks like it just comes with some wiring that you need. It comes, you can opt in for this. This is the Athena Wi-Fi module, so you can control it from your phone. Pretty trick. Along with that, we got the Wi-Fi module mounting kit, so you can mount this on the side of your bike. So pretty trick. So I'm gonna see if we can put both of these things back in here. I don't know what's in this box. There's something in here. Oh, this is our Get ECU toggle switch. So this allows you to toggle between 2 maps. That's also pretty trick. Pretty nice setup there. See if we can get that back in. Okay. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much everything that you're gonna get with this kit. Get with this kit, get it? Too funny, too funny. And then if you guys wanna ball out a little bit more and you wanna go a little bit further, you can. And what we did is we opted in for this guy, which this guy is our traction control unit. Wow, there's a lot of wires going on there. Oh, it's in green? Ooh, God, I hate that. I really hate the green. Why is it in green? I guess Get is green. That does not match anything on my bike. Either way, I wish it wasn't in green, but this allows you to toggle between 10 different traction control modes. Very cool unit, very nice unit. If you've never had traction control on your dirt bike before, and you're like, oh, I don't need that, that's for, you know, people who don't know how to ride a dirt bike, I will tell you this right now. If you know how to ride a dirt bike, this is only gonna make you better. If you don't know how to ride a dirt bike, this is only gonna make you better. It's not gonna take away from anything like you think it might. It's just gonna make you better at riding your dirt bike. This guy we got from DDC, Delaney Drive Components. Super nice unit. It's all chrome. It's plated in chrome. It's very a hard material, so it's lightweight durability. It's chromoly plated. It's built in the USA. This is a 47 tooth stock on these KTM EXCF 500s from 2021 to 2024. They came with a 1448. So we're gonna be running a 1447. It's gonna give us just a little less low end, not much, especially at the ECU, you'll barely notice it, but a little bit more top end. So when we're on the highway connecting trails, it'll do just that much better. So 47 tooth, that's what we went with. Okay, this guy is just a 178 piece European bolt kit. This is just from Tusk. It's just a bunch of bolt replacements. So if you lose a bolt falls out in the trail or whatever, you have these, so now you can replace them with your bike. So that's super cool. These are made for KTMs, so I really like that. Just something nice to have on the trail, especially if you lose something. This guy right here is pretty trick. This is a European boot, so I wish I took my other one off so I could show you the difference, but I didn't. So anyhow, this is the European boot cover. So this is just straight through. There's no reeds in here at all whatsoever. So that's the big difference between the one that's on the bike currently and this guy. This guy has the reeds still in there. This guy has no reeds. So that's really the only difference. You will lose a little bit of low end if you get rid of your reeds. Again, if you get like an ECU or something, you're probably not going to worry about that. So this is more just for reliability only. Like, I'm not doing this for any other reason other than reliability. Sometimes those reeds fail and you can pull them out of the stock boot, but this is just made for it. So you know, I figured why not? We're just gonna go with what's made for it. I'm gonna backtrack a minute. So back to Recluse, we did get their motor oil. So this is a 1.06 quarts, 1 liter. Slightly more than what comes in like the KTM bottles, because you need to run this whole thing inside your bike. So I picked up 3 of those just for this year's oil changes. We might go through more than that, but this will get us started. So there's that. I'm just gonna set that aside for now. Let's see, so we got the Twin Air kit. So this is the entire kit from Twin Air. This comes with a PC Racing filter adhesive. So this just helps promote that filter to get stuck down easily. PC Racing, I think these are just towels. And then your Twin Air cover, pretty trick. And then you got this guy, which just helps keep that in place, doesn't allow it to sag down ever, which is also pretty trick. So I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm just opening these things, kind of tucking them back in the box so we don't lose anything. This is another thing from Twin Air. This is just a gas tank filler. So you can put this on your gas tank, and as you fill in, dirt and debris can't get in there. That's kind of something nice to have. Definitely not needed, but something nice to have. Going back to Graves, this is Graves Motorsports progressive throttle tube. Really trick unit. It definitely helps. It also has really nice coating on the inside, so it doesn't stick like some other metal throttle tubes will. This is made not to stick. So yeah, I like these. This is the first time I'm gonna run one of these on my own bike, but I've seen them on other guys' bikes. They seem to like them. I've ridden them. They seem nice, so I want to try it out. If we hate it, we'll throw it in the trash or sell it to somebody else, but I think we're really gonna like it, so we shall see. So there's that. This is for my buddy's bike, so we're not gonna go over that. Just toss that out of the way. Right here is a really cool thing. This is Taco Moto Co's entire fuel pump kit. So what this is this is a 3,000 hour fuel pump. If you're lucky, you might get 200 to 300 hours out of your stock fuel pump. Some people have gotten more, some people have gotten less, but that's about the livelihood of those stock fuel pumps that come with the KTM EXCF. So a lot of guys who are doing like Baja desert racing, other types of racing, they will actually bring spare fuel pumps with them and prepare to replace them on the side of the trail. I don't know how much of a pain in the ass that would be, but it would be a super pain in the ass. Like, it'd be awful. I mean, I hate doing this in the garage, let alone on the side of the trail when everything's dirty and you know, if you're covered in dirt and sweat and the bike's covered in dirt and sweat and oil and all this other stuff and you're messing with fuel, just sounds like a horrible, horrible time. So this is a 3,000 hour fuel pump from Takamoto Co. We also opted in for the fuel filter. The stock one is plastic inside of the bike. This one is not. This one is metal. I think it's probably, I don't know if it's aluminum or steel, is what it is. But super nice kit. They did a lot of research that went into this, and I think we're gonna be extremely happy with the way this comes out. So I'm excited to get that in our bike. Not excited to do the work, just excited to get it in. This guy right here is a Go Long. Go Long Products makes, they make some pretty cool products. But long story short, what this really is this is a fuel filter. What's cool about this is it's totally serviceable, totally replaceable, offers more fuel filter space than the stock one does. Also, it comes with 2 O-rings, so it's kind of like a fail-safe. You only need 1 O-ring. They put 2 on theirs. I think this is a really cool product for that reason. So, let's see, that's just some instructions there. This guy is a ECU wake-up dongle. I don't actually think we're gonna use it, but I ordered one just in case. So we may use that for something. I'm not 100% sure. We ordered 2 brand new spark plugs, one so I can put in the bike, one so we can keep as a spare. Just kind of nice to do. Same thing with our grips. We ordered 2 brand new OD Rogues. I really like the OD Rogue V2 lock-on grips. These are probably my favorite grips, my go-to grip. I haven't found a grip that I enjoy more than these yet. I hope I do, but for right now, these are the ones. They're really soft, they're plush. The one thing I don't like about them is how much thicker they are than normal grips. That's my one gripe with them, but other than that, especially because I have small hands, so getting all the way around them is a little bit challenging for me, but yeah, super nice set. So we got one for the bike, one as a spare. I like to do that when I'm buying things. Let's see, right here, we have this guy. This is from Enduro Engineering. So this is just your front axle puller. Enduro Engineering makes a better one than most, and so we like that. And yeah, excited to get that on the bike too. Right here is a Swift kicker. If you guys have never seen a Swift kicker before, these units are very stout and very well made. They're made right here in the USA. And what you can do is you can just pull this down. Now your bike's locked in place, and then boom, push this down. Now your bike, you know, can move freely. So they make these for all sorts of models. I think KTM, Beta, a couple other models. So just make sure you tighten all the bolts and everything on them. But super cool unit, super trick, very nice. And so these are really made so like if you're on a hill or something and the bike's leaning one way or the other more, or it's in deep sand and you know that your kickstand's gonna sink an inch or 2 in sand, you can just pull this down a little bit more. Just push it down with your foot. It goes all the way to here, which is way longer than the stock one. I don't have a stock one to show you that's not on the bike right now, but way longer than the stock one, super durable, they warranty everything, and yeah, they're just nice units, and all the parts are replaceable. So if something does break on it, you can replace it if it's not covered. So pretty cool. This guy right here, I'm super stoked about. Probably one of the coolest features. We're adding a bunch of cool features to this bike, so don't get me wrong, but this is one of my favorite coolest features that we're gonna be adding. This is the Voyager Pro, the TrailTech Voyager Pro. This is like the GPS of the future for these dirt bikes, and they've been making them for a long time. They constantly make improvements. They're constantly doing software updates. They're constantly making them better. Really tricky unit, something that you should put on your bike if you're gonna be doing some hard adventure riding, if you're gonna go out into the woods, if you're gonna go get lost with your buddies. This is something you wanna have on your bike so you know how to get back home. So wherever I go, I like to go there, but I also like to come back. So this will help you do that. So pretty stoked to get that in there. This guy is a sick-ass unit. The sick-ass company, funny name. I don't know why they call their company sick-ass. It's S-I-C-A-S-S. So I'm not saying sick-ass, I'm saying sick-ass. But this is their multifunction or bar switch. So this is cool for a couple different reasons. It allows you to have your headlights on, off, high beam, low beam. So it's got 3 settings: off, low beam, high beam. Which is really cool because your normal bars functioning doesn't let you do that. Still has a horn, and this is half the size of, well, almost half the size of what the stock one would be. This is our stock one right here for comparison, and maybe it's not half the size, but it's definitely a lot smaller. So gives you some more bar real estate to work with, which I think is cool. Also, it's a very durable product, something a lot of guys like to run. This guy right here is a whip for the turn signal. So if you guys have upgraded to turn signals on the bike and you went with LEDs, your stock little LED flasher probably doesn't work anymore, or it just stays on all the time, which causes the lights to stay on, so you end up pulling that bulb out and you don't know if your turn signal's running or off unless you're looking at your bike. And anyhow, kind of a pain in the butt. So what we did is we ended up buying one of these from Takamoto Co. This is a great idea that they made, so shout out to you, Mike, thinking of all this good stuff. Little LED guy in here, it's gonna work. Cool little unit. These right here are carbon fiber engine mounts. These are from P3. So P3 makes a lot of good carbon products. I'm actually gonna pull up our other stuff that we got from them. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so here's all of our P3 goodies. We already have the P3 exhaust guard. It's dirty, so I'm not gonna go grab it, but we already have the P3 exhaust guard. This is the P3 mud flap. These are the P3 frame guards. This is the P3 front brake disc guard. And then these are the P3 engine mounts. So this isn't an entire P3 catalog, but it's pretty close. It's probably like 85%. The other stuff I just either didn't like or didn't need. So anyhow, excited to get all these on the bike, especially these engine mounts. I'm really most excited for this and this. This is just super lightweight. It's probably a pound or so lighter than my current unit, so I'm super stoked about that. And these guys, not only are they lightweight, but they should also be stronger. They're less likely to fracture. They're going to be way more durable if you take a beating, and I think they also might reduce some engine vibrations. Don't quote me on that, but I think that they could, because carbon fiber might soak some of that vibration up. Probably not a lot, but a little bit. So all of that is our P3 kit. So I'm going to put that down here and out of harm's way. While I'm down here, I'm going to grab a few things so we can keep going over all the goodies we got. So right here, this is a Mako 360 kit. I worked with the guys at Mako. Lance is a super awesome dude, so shout out to you, Lance. Thank you for helping me. Really do appreciate it. Really appreciate the support, and excited to run your guys' kit this year in 2024. So Mako 360, they make some really cool stuff. TrailTech Voyager Pro actually mounts right on top of here. And then Moto Minded makes this really cool adapter plate to get it to tilt at an angle so you can see it even better. So I really like that. So we're gonna be running this Moto Minded adapter plate along with the Mako 360. We have the blue Shark Bite polymer, and then I went with orange and I got the purple as a backup spare. The purples are not, they're super soft. Purples are super soft. Orange is a little bit harder. He totally recommended the orange for me, but I wanted to try the purples out too, just to see how I felt about them. So he agreed to send those with the kit. So pretty cool. Thanks again, Lance. Appreciate you. And then Slacker toolkit. This guy is pretty nifty. Basically, you can just hook this right up to your phone. They also have a little Wi-Fi module or whatever that you can use. But this tells you how much slack you're gonna have when you're sitting on the seat. So you don't have to have your buddy measuring for you. You can do this all as a one-man show. So that's pretty cool. I really like the case that it came in. I'm a huge fan of cases. If it's not in a case, I usually lose it, so that's nice to have. Let's see, Warp 9. So Warp 9 had some titanium hardware. This is for our brake rotor, and this is for our sprocket. So pretty cool, really trick stuff. I forgot to order 2 for the brake rotors, so that was my bad, so I might get another set of these. But pretty cool, pretty trick. They just look nice. It's nothing other than looks, it's just looks. Here is a fuel pump strainer. So this is just a brand new fuel pump strainer. You can use your OEM one, but if it's been dirty or you've been riding it for a while, it's a good idea to replace this. And I originally bashed my bike into a tree last year, and we had a hole in the gas tank which caused some debris to get in there, so it's probably time to replace this. This guy, let's see, this is an all metal disconnect for your fuel filter, or your fuel filter. So it's like disconnects directly from your tank to your fuel filter, which is just a metal one. The OEM one is plastic, and it can crack, it can break. We have seen failures with those. So this is just a really nice designed unit, very high end, and going to last the life of the bike for sure. Especially if you pair this with the Go Long fuel filter. This is like the ultimate fuel pump kit if you get the fuel pump from Takamoto Co. So I guess this right here, all of this is the ultimate fuel pump kit. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just see if I can throw these guys in the same package so they're all in one spot for me when I go to install everything in the future. Not sure when we're going to do that, but when we do, it's going to be all right here. Let's see what else we got going on. So this is a Molecule skid plate. Molecule is the brand. The skid plate, so this is made out of a crazy durable polycarbonate. This is a proprietary technology that they make in-house, very cool unit. And really the coolest piece about this is that as you slide over a surface, it's like sliding on ice. So this is like really, really slick. So the deeper you gouge this, the easier it slides. Really weird, really cool stuff. It kind of got like an oily based, I mean, you can't feel it on your fingers, but you can just feel how easy it is. You can kind of scratch it with your finger and see that, oh, okay, wow, it's gonna slide really well. So I'm super stoked about this. This also comes up and protects your thermostat housing pretty well. This kind of comes up and protects your case a little bit better on the side of the bike. So your stator case. And yeah, so I think they make a really good product, and I've never run them before, so I'm excited to try this one out. So there's that. Let's see, TM Works, or TM Design Works. They make this nice little chain. I don't know what you want to call this. I'm going to say like chain rider, where the chain rides through this. This is just a trick little unit. They last a super long time because of the plastics that they use, or the polycarbonate that they use. That's much harder than that Molecule skid plate that we just picked up. Also super light because it's not made out of metal. It's just made out of like this kind of polycarbonate plastic. Super, super, super strong. So these are probably one of the strongest ones you can get. So we really like these here, and we're going to continue to run them. But this is a brand new one for this particular bike. So when you're doing some of these mods and you're not going to be using the stock smog tank that has the charcoal canister in it, you're going to want to do something with your fuel, I don't know what you call that, whatever this is. What is this called? Fuel hose. Your fuel hose. So simple. Anyhow, this has a one-way check valve in it. Make sure you do put this on proper. You don't want the one-way check valve to be going the other way, otherwise you're going to cause your gas tank to maybe blow up with air. That's not something you want. So do make sure you have this going the correct way. But this is cool because this allows air to come out of your gas tank but not back in your gas tank. So if you do have like a rollover incident or something like that, this is very helpful, very protective. Takamoto Co, again, they make this crankcase breather hose bypass. Their tube is a lot softer than the OEM one, so this is actually bendable. So you don't have to go to the parts store and fiddle around trying to figure out tube size and all that stuff you need. You can just buy one from them. It's relatively cheap and pretty easy. It also comes with that nipple, so that you can cover that hole on the boot. So I can actually show you that right now. If I can find my boot, what I do with it. So there's this metal guy right here. So you just put this little bung piece on there and away you go. Super simple. So I'm actually gonna grab something quick. All right, we're back. So here are the 2 seats that I have in stock at the moment. I actually have 3 seats in stock. One is the OEM 6 days seat, which we will not be running. When I first bought the bike, I took all the OEM 6 days plastics off and the seat and all of that good stuff because I didn't want to destroy any of it, and I know it's worth some money. So if we ever go to sell the bike in the future, I'll strip all these parts down and then put it all back to stock and then sell it to somebody else. So that way I keep all the good parts and can sell those or keep them for a future bike or a future build. And whoever buys it is getting it back in its stock form, unless they want to pay for some of this stuff. That's up to them. Don't plan to sell the bike, so don't ask, but just in case we do. So 2 different seats. You can probably see that they are looking a little bit different. This is the slick top. This is the gripper top. I'm sorry, I think this is semi-grip, this is gripper. The big difference is this is 20 millimeters lower than the stock factory seat, and this guy is just wider but same size as the stock factory seat. So I needed this to be lower for last season because I'm a short guy and I could only touch with 1 tippy toe on the ground with this seat. With the stock seat, I could barely touch before it fell over. So it was not a good situation. Now that we have lowered the bike 3 inches, I feel comfortable that we're gonna be able to bring the bike up 20 mil. So we'll have a stock seat height, but we're gonna have the wider cushion for the dairy air, which will make it a lot more pleasant riding the trails. At least that's the plan. So I can visually see that where you sit, it's wider. Right here is still narrow. This is actually more narrow than this one. And it's only because this is lower. If this wasn't lower, this would be the same. So this is super nice. We got the ripper top, we got the carbon fiber sides, we got the orange stitching. Looks really trick, really nice unit. This guy's gonna go back in the box, just in case we wanna use it. If not, we'll probably end up selling it, but pretty excited about this. This will definitely be a game changer for 2024. Okay. Samco T-hoses. Let's talk about these for a minute. So when you buy a Samco kit, it definitely does not include this T-hose. If you want to replace the T-hose, it's a pain in the butt. That's the only way about it. It's just a pain in the butt. I'm going to bring the bike over really quick. So that hose is located right here. So you got this T-piece right here is right here, and it's literally inside the frame of the bike. Super, super pain in the butt to fix. Like, not easy at all. In order to do it even, you need to buy a kit. This is from Race Bikes Bits for KTM Husqvarna. This is the T-piece hose remover. It goes inside of there, you shove it up inside of there, and then you turn it, and as you turn it, it twists and grabs that old T-piece to get that to come out. So really hard to take off, not a fun time, but this will help you do it. So there's that. So we're gonna get that in the bike. These are something brand new from Nice CNC, and these are for KTM, Husqvarna, Gas, etc. Let me open one of these up so I can show them to you. Man, my scissors aren't really doing much here today. There we go. Okay. All right, so we got one for the front, one for the rear. I believe this is the front one. I believe these are the rear ones. But anyhow, long story short, what's cool about these is you have these O-rings, right? And these O-rings come over this, and they give you 2 of them. You only need 1, but they come over this, and it's just an extra seal. Usually I lube these up before I put them on. So before I put it on the bike, I will lube these O-rings up. But for right now, just for purpose sake, these O-rings go just like so, and they go inside, and so this helps seal that bearing even more than once you're already sealing it. So that's why I got these. I don't know if I'm going to like them. I don't know how well it's going to work. I don't know how well these O-rings are going to last, but it's something I wanted to try. I'm always about trying new things, especially if we think it could be a better product for our bikes. Definitely down to try, especially for the cost. Nice CNC, very affordable manufacturer. They make very high quality products. Never had an issue with one of their products not fitting or anything like that, so I trust Nice CNC for a lot of stuff. Here's something kind of interesting. So this is the Nice CNC filter, which I'm going to cut open if I can. Man, I need some new scissors. These scissors are just trash. So this is a PC Racing oil filter, and this is the Nice CNC oil filter. For some reason, I thought they were the exact same, and now I'm not really sure. So what I want to look at is like the length and the overall height and stuff. So I can tell just by looking at it that they are a completely different design. They both look like they're going to work, but they are a completely different design. So we're going to run the nice one, but we're going to fit this one up just in case to see if it fits in there. So for maybe fuel or spare oil changes. One thing that's kind of cool about the Nice CNC one is it's got like a little hex head in here, so you could unscrew that and potentially clean this one out better than you'd be able to clean this one out, because this one does not come apart. So this one does come apart further. So this may be an improvement over this. I thought they were going to be the same exact thing. This one came directly from China. This one came from the United States, PC Racing. This guy looks to be slightly shorter. Can't tell exactly. It might be the same exact size, but maybe like a mil shorter. I mean, I don't think it would make a difference when you're running your motorcycle. So either way, these are cool things to have on your bike. We're definitely going to try them out. We'll fit both of them up, make sure they both fit. Use this guy probably as a spare. What is that? Oh. Huh. So I think there's a magnet on this one. I don't know for sure. I really want to stick something in there now and see. Let's see if clean off a screwdriver and... Oh yeah, yep, all right. So this might be the better unit. We might actually not use this PC Racing one, because this guy, there's a hex head in here and it has a magnetic pickup inside of it, whereas this guy definitely does not. So if this fits in like OEM, like it should, this is probably going to be your better fuel filter. You're going to get more fueling from, or more fuel filter, oil filter. This is going to be your better oil filter. You're going to get more filtration from it. It looks like the same exact micron count. To be honest, it looks slightly better built. Not by much, but just like a little bit. Either way, pretty trick. I'm excited to try them out. So we'll see. We'll see how those go. Sorry to get on a tangent about that. So let's get over here. This is the Moto-Minded XL80 headlight. I'll grab mine. So this is the Baja Designs XL80. This is in a Baja Designs mask. What's cool about this is it all fits up right in there. What's not cool about it is you can't adjust which way it tilts at all whatsoever. There's zero adjustment to it. So with this guy is fully adjustable. All you have to do is just push on the headlight which way you want it to go, and it adjusts itself. This is a 3D printed piece made out of some really nice 3D printed material. I'm not exactly sure what, but pretty durable. Guys really like these. And here is the metal plate that comes with it, which is made specifically for the Baja design. Now, while we did that, I also got a few extra things. We got a clear lens cover and a yellow lens cover, and we can just keep these in our pack, swap them out. The clear lens will stay on all the time. The yellow will stay on either at nighttime or in foggy conditions or in rainy conditions. The yellow is a lot better. So just something that you can just shove in your pack. They're super light. They take up almost no space. and just something nice to have on the side of the trail. Let's see, this is, so I ordered both of these because I don't know which one I wanted, and I'm 99% sure I want this one. But anyhow, long story short, this is the sick-ass on-off switch, which has 2 buttons, on and off. Really simple, guys, really simple stuff here. This is the moto-minded switch. This is a BBS switch, which I really, really like. I guess the one thing I don't like about it already is that this is 3D printed. I'm not a huge fan of that. I really wish that was a piece of aluminum, or aluminium as they call it, aluminium. But it looks like it's gonna work. It looks like it's gonna hold. We're gonna test it out and see. This is definitely something you're gonna wanna put Loctite on. But cool little start and stop button switches. This looks an incredibly durable unit, especially to be on your handlebars. So I think that's gonna work out really good. If we don't like that, we're gonna switch over to sick-ass. So we have them both. We're gonna test them both. We'll see which one we like the best. I think it's gonna be the moto-minded. Let's see, this is the moto-minded kit for your, for this. This kit right here replaces these. Instead of having these little rubber pieces that barely hold on to anything and barely work and fall off on the trail when you hit something, there's this guy, which is from Moto-Minded, 3D printed, some sort of polycarbonate filament, and super nice, super trick. Definitely looks good on the bike too, so I'm excited to put this on there. I've seen a lot of other guys run them. I was pretty happy with the way they looked. So last but not least, we have an Atlas throttle lock. If you're not familiar with this company, get familiar with them. I think it's a really cool product. I think it's a very universal product too, and you can pick which way you want it, up or down. We chose the down kit, I believe, a bottom kit, yep, so we chose the down kit. And this is cruise control. So if you're gonna be riding your bike on the highway in between single tracks or 2 tracks or whatever, clearly if you're on a single track or 2 track, you're probably never gonna use cruise control. It really doesn't make sense. But if you're on the open highway and you're cruising at 70 miles an hour and you got 45 miles to go on that highway and you just wanna cruise, this is the kit for you. So Atlas throttle lock, really cool kit. Only complaint is the price. It's not a cheap unit, so be prepared for that. It does come with top mount or bottom mount. We chose bottom mount. I just think it's a little bit better of a style, but it's really up to you, whatever you choose. So Atlas throttle lock, there we go. Now let me look down here. And so we've got most of it. There's just one more box to go through, and then that will conclude today's session of opening stuff. Now, we've opened up probably about 90% of the things that I've ordered. We still have some stuff on the way, which will be trickling in over these next couple days, next couple weeks, depending on shipping times and where they're coming from. We did get a few things from Australia. So, you know, obviously that's going to be delayed in shipping compared to the United States. But we'll go through the rest of this box and we're going to start installing because we can. So we're going to start getting all these things on the bike. We're going to start prepping the bike to get it all back together. Obviously we got the suspension now, we got the new seat. We're still waiting on brand new plastics for 2024, and then we're doing something really cool with those plastics. We're still waiting on that too, which I will reveal when it's done. Yeah, let's go through this box. So this is our front rotor. This is the Moose Racing rotor. So we got one of these. Let's see what else we have in here. We got this guy. This is from Havoc. Let me pull out these goggles. These are the coolest goggles I've ever seen in my life. So flame me in the comments and tell me they're trash, but I don't think so. Anyhow, what you can do with them is pop off, yeah, no, it's not gonna wanna do it. Pop off this guy right here. So this is fully magnetic. So when you wanna replace your lens, you literally just throw it near it, pop it on, and then you can pop it off. Let's say I wanna ride with a clear lens today instead of a dark lens. I just pop on the clear lens, pop it off. You don't need 2 pairs of goggles with you. All you need is your lenses. So really cool, really trick kit. Really like these. This is a brand new company. I've never even seen them or heard of them before until this year. And when I saw their product, I was like, oh my God, that's a no-brainer. Let me try that. So we'll see how it works. Maybe these goggles will suck. Maybe stuff will get behind them. Maybe they'll fog up on the trail. Maybe the magnets will suck and fall off. I have no idea. We'll test them out though and see. but I am excited about them. I think it's a really cool product, and I like really cool products, so we'll see. This guy is from Trail Tech. This is part of our kit. So we ordered a Trail Tech mount, which I think is in here. I hope is in here, because I'm not seeing it anywhere else. But anyhow, ordered a Trail Tech mount for this guy, solid mount. And then we ordered these little buttons so you can kind of put these on your dash, and then with that being said, you can choose which functionality you want to see. There's some wiring for it. And then we also have a key replacement. So this replaces your OEM key location. So that's pretty cool. Trail Tech sent us a little book, probably stuff that I'll never read or never use. So anyhow, there's that Trail Tech kit. We got a bunch of tear-offs from Havoc when we ordered their goggles, so that was cool. Bison, we got a Boyson. We got their water pump. The cool thing about this is really just the propeller. I don't think you can run just their propeller with the stock pump. I don't think it'll fit. I think this guy is provisioned directly for this. But what's cool is that this is a piece of aluminum, and so it's super lightweight and feels about the same weight of a factory one, but the factory one is plastic. So this will not only flow better, it can never break, or I'm not gonna say never break, so you can break everything, but it shouldn't break. And it shouldn't just fall apart due to time. So that's kind of a cool little thing. Let's see, what else do we have in here? We got some EBC carbon front brake pads. I've already installed them on the front brake caliper, which is right here. You guys can probably see that they're red. So that's what EBC does. Unfortunately, I ordered 2 fronts and not 1 front, 1 rear. So that was my fault. So I ended up ordering 2 rears, so that way I can have a spare. So we'll keep these as a spare for the front, we'll keep the other set as a spare for the rear, and we'll throw the other one on the rear. All right guys, I apologize. My SD card was full, so we put a new one in the camera. Thankfully I had one here in the shop, or otherwise that would have been a pain in the butt. This guy's from Nice CNC. This is a swing arm saver. So unfortunately, KTM says that the rear swing arm on their bikes is actually a usable wearable part. Can you believe that? A piece of aluminum that's usable and wearable? It's like, sure, I get that you should have to replace the bushings inside of there, the bearings inside of there, all those things. Yeah, that needs to be replaced. But the swing arm itself, that's ridiculous. So anyhow, let me grab something if I can find it. Yep. So this guy right here, this is your mud flap. And your mud flap is a piece of plastic, but it rubs right here on that swing arm. So as you're hitting the trails and your swing arm's moving around, this thing's flopping against that and it's rubbing away the aluminum. If you don't believe me, look at the back of your bike. You can actually see where it will rub it away. It's pretty incredible how much it rubs off and how fast it does it. And if you get too far, you'll actually get to that bolt section, and then that could crack and break because you're literally rubbing away on the aluminum. I couldn't believe how much this piece of plastic could rub. So anyhow, what we did is we upgraded this to carbon fiber, and then this right here will rub against there. So as the bike moves, this guy will swivel and rub with this little O-ring against this. It's obviously going to happen on our P3 carbon one, not this one, but same principle, same concept. So this is a really cool thing. There's no other manufacturer I've ever seen come out with one of these. I have looked around. I haven't seen anybody else doing this. So yeah, Nice CNC. Shout out to you guys. I really like this product. I don't know how it's going to perform. I don't know how well it's going to hold up. Don't know any of those things. But if this does what it says it's supposed to do, I'm going to be really happy with it. So I think this is really cool. This is probably like a $20 part. I don't know how much we paid for this when we ordered it, but it was cheap enough that it's a no-brainer. So we'll report back on how that does. Let's see, what else do we have in here? So this is our coolant tank reservoir kit. So this is pretty cool. Basically what you can do is if you take out your OEM charcoal canister, you can pop this guy in here, and this is now a coolant overflow. Now this isn't going to hold a lot of coolant. It doesn't even say on here, but this is a KTM factory racing part, so that's really cool too. So if you want to be like them, get one of these. No, I don't really care what you do with your bike. But yeah, so this will just hold a little bit of extra in there, so if your coolant system gets really hot and burps some out, it'll burp it back in when it cools down, which I really like. I run them on all my race cars. It's like, why wouldn't we run this on a bike? It makes a lot of sense to me, especially when KTM doesn't come with the factory one. You don't have any coolant overflow. So you do have to get rid of your charcoal canister if you want to install this particular unit. There's other units that you can install where you can still keep your charcoal canister. I have no idea where you'd put them, but yeah. So there's this guy, comes with all the bits and pieces and hardware and all that good stuff that you might need. Let's see what else we have here. This right here is from Takamoto Co. This is their new relay kit for accessories, accessory relay kit. Super nice to have, especially on the side of the trail, or really anywhere. You can have your accessories plugged in, and it's not going to ruin your battery. It's not going to drain your battery ever. This is set up so as soon as you turn that bike on, this relay clicks, and then it starts up those accessories and powers everything up. As soon as you turn your bike off, this relay clicks, turns off, and now this is no longer running power to your accessories. So if you want power to run to your accessories when your bike is off, this is not the kit for you. If you want it only when the bike is on, this is the kit for you. So really cool. I don't know what they call this. They call this the accessory circuit power relay on their website. So go find one of those if that's what you're interested in and that's what you want. I'm going to get to this in just a second. Right here, we have our rear brake from Moose Racing. I already kind of talked about the front one, so I'm not going to talk about the rear one. And then I talked about our brake pads already, so we are good to go there. I'm going to throw these things back in our box, so we just kind of keep everything organized. This guy is super cool. So one more thing I ordered for this year is a brand new helmet, and you know, you don't need a brand new helmet every year. It's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to help you be a better rider or anything like that. So if you're doing it for those reasons, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. But the reason why I got a brand new helmet was because, one, I think I really wanted one. Two, these V1s got super light, crazy light. Like, I think this is half the weight of my old helmet. Like half the weight. Can you imagine losing half the weight of your helmet? Like, I can't, but I think I can now. But anyhow, Fitbit, pretty dang snug. I think I'll wear it in. You know, I think it'll be okay. I'm an XL guy, so I could have gone with the 2XL. I don't think I would have liked the 2XL, but anyhow, I really like the all white. I think it looks sick. It's gonna get so dirty so fast. I'm just touching it and it's getting dirty, so I'm not gonna like that at all. But super sick, super good looking helmet. Like I said, all white I think is the move. I really like it, but again, it's gonna get so dirty, so gummed up so fast that I may end up hating it because of that reason. But this is the V1 helmet from Fox, and then part of the reason I got that is because our riding group this year is upgrading technology. This is the Pack Talk Edge, which is also compatible with the Voyager Pro. So if you're gonna have a Voyager Pro, you can get a Lynx, a Pack Talk, or a Cardo, or a Senna, sorry. This is the Pack Talk Edge from Cardo. So I kind of confused you guys there, I confused myself. But anyhow, so this, I think, I did so much research for our group on which technology we wanted to run this year. In the past, we were running the Fox FX6, which connects up to 6 riders, pretty good unit. We liked it, didn't love it, but we liked it, and it worked, but it was very finicky, and the range sucked. So anyhow, back to the Cardo. We did a bunch of research, and it seemed like this was the one for us. So this is the Pack Talk Edge. What's really cool is if you have a KTM, they have a KTM specific branded one. It's orange, of course. It kind of matches the bike. Not really, definitely a different color orange, but it pops and it looks really good. And mine will be mounted probably right about here. I think this is how I have my other one mounted. So right here, somewhere along here. Try to get it out of the harm's way. But Pretty trick unit. Very excited to try it out. We're just gonna leave it in the box for now because we don't really have any other talking points. If you don't know what they are, go look them up. They are not cheap. That's the only thing I will say. They are not cheap. Definitely do not buy them from their website. If you buy them from their website, you got screwed. You're overpaying for them. They sell them cheaper on Amazon. They sell them cheaper on other websites. You can get them cheaper than what you can get on their website, which I think is strange, but whatever. It's not my thing, not my product, not my pig, not my farm, right? So anyhow, Pack Talk Edge, super trick unit. I'm gonna shove that inside of my helmet so when I go home later tonight, I can get all that set up. So yeah, happy about that. So guys, this pretty much wraps up all the stuff we're gonna put on the bike. We're missing a handful of things, which we'll go over when we put them on the bike, and then we'll do a full walk around after we've upgraded everything on the bike. I'll show you everything that's on there. We'll show you how it looks. I'll talk a little bit about how it works. If it doesn't work, I'll definitely tell you that too. So we shall see. But for now, this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. We're gonna be sticking together to put all this stuff on the bike and getting that done relatively soon. I'm not gonna do step-by-step instruction, but I will definitely show you what we're doing. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.